Welcome. Thank you everyone for joining us again on another edition of STAXX.CLUB Live Tuesday evening special. Got a full house tonight. Super special show tonight for you guys. Thank you for all those likes and follows. Please keep them coming as well. Thank you guys for joining us on the internet. I want to go around the horn here real quick, just briefly introduce everybody. But the focus tonight is going to be just on NFTs, wax. We're gonna do our normal thing, take a couple look at charts. But again, Pete, the creator, special guest tonight, talking not only Imposter Punks but his new NFT Rex project, which is super cool as well. Just going around the horn quickly from left to right here. Doc, myself, Pete the creator. We got Sherpa on the bottom left there collecting coins, and Wax Punk also joining us as well. They're from Agora, project that we're going to be partnering with and talking about a lot in the future, doing some cool stuff for us as well. So welcome, guys. Thank you all for joining us very much. I appreciate it tonight. Take a deep breath. As always, these are chill streams, super informal. We're gonna have fun tonight. We're gonna talk about whatever we want. We're gonna take questions from the stream and our audience. We'll get our Telegram going, get yours going as well, Pete, and discuss your collection. I'll share my screen. We'll do some driving, all that good stuff. So let's start up the top, man. Doc, good to see you as always. Happy Tuesday
What's
to
up,
you,
Biff?
brother. Man, good to see you. How are you?
I'm doing great, man. It's been a great week so far. I know we're just starting out, but my gosh, man, it seems like we've been moving a mile a minute. Lots of progress. Booking some great shows lately. Glad to have Pete tonight. We met through Telegram. Yeah, it's going to be a good show tonight.
I'm looking forward to
Glad-
showing that collection too, and
yeah,
talking to him.
absolutely. Absolutely.
Well, welcome again. Thank you for joining. Well, let's move right along here. Pete on my right over here. Thank you again for joining. I know it's late over there, so it's already 2 a.m. So thank you for doing the late night hustle with us. Appreciate you joining us tonight.
Oh, thanks for the invite.
Yeah, man, it's good to meet you. I love your the whole thing you got going on with this collection and your image, and just I'm glad to have met you through the Wax Network and our network, through Goldman Sachs as well. So looking forward to showing this collection and getting some of your information, right? That's probably going to be not only good for artists, but like people out there that maybe want to get into their own collections and experiment with some of this stuff. The collections we're going to look at tonight are super cool as well. So thanks again for joining us. Let me just keep moving on right through here, and then we'll jump in and look at it. Collecting coins and wax. If you guys want to say hello to everybody and introduce yourself just real quickly.
What's up, guys? I didn't want to pop in on a banner over here on Pete. But,
that's okay. That's okay. The more the merrier on this show, brother.
Here we come, boys. Here we come.
Here comes the shit show a few days early.
We're just rolling, boys. So
yeah,
I muted the video, but Pete, by the way, I've been over here degenning some dinosaurs, trying to get a pirate. So I'm on dinosaur number 3. Still haven't hit the pirate, but I got some laser eyes. Nice to meet you, man.
Awesome.
Sweet, and you, mate. Keep digging. You'll find it.
Cheers. Yeah.
We're gonna dig some dinosaurs tonight. Wax Punk, man, thank you for joining us too, man. How are you tonight, sir?
Doing great, man. I picked up a dinosaur as well. Got a nice little tie-dye shirt, little guy with the tennis racket, which
Slinging dinosaurs tonight.
Nice.
Yeah, so loving the dinos.
I snagged a unicorn with a striped shirt and a sucker and a blindfold.
People are like,
Ooh.
what are you talking about right now? They
Yes.
really want to see, don't they? Sherp, how are you, sir, man? Last but not least, man, just wanted to say hello to you.
Doing great, man. Good to be here.
Thank you very much for joining us as well. Let me share my screen so these people can see, like, what the hell are they talking about? These guys are talking crazy NFT stuff. Like, what the heck's going on here? So this is a Bitcoin chart, but let's look at some imposter punks, because this is just like a super cool, it's like its own kind of generative thing, but maybe you could kind of tell us more, Pete, like where the inspiration for this collection kind of came from. Like, it's got a punks feel, but it's very unique at the same time too.
Yeah, I mean, basically it came about from just dabbling with a few ideas just to try and
Experimentation's like our favorite thing to talk about
that's
too.
it. I just wanted to see if I could get something going on a art level where I could work with a developer, give them a shitload of different layers and PNG layers, stick them all together and create 2,000 unique NFTs essentially. And I just thought, we got the punks, crypto punks, everyone knows what they are. Don't want to rip them off completely, but big inspiration. So I thought I'll draw on that.
Sure.
We've got, and then the Among Us game, the imposter little characters, I just thought pixelate them, bash them together, add a few traits and attributes and see what happens.
Nice.
And it started off as just a bit of a experiment for myself, but then I just thought these look cool. Do you know what I mean? I'm gonna use these, and that's sort of where the project began. And I was looking at Wax as a platform to drop these on, because I started off doing a little project messing about on Ethereum. Didn't have a smart contract or anything like that. I was just dropping individual characters, and as I sort of learned the space a bit more and what it was all about, I thought, the smart contract and making your project an actual brand, if you like, is the way forward. Right. So I sort of developed a narrative, and I just love what you can do on Wax with blends and all the things that NFT blocks offer. Basically, it's unreal. They just give you so much creative scope to push boundaries and do things that you can't really do that easily on other blockchains.
Right.
So it pretty much all came from there, really. And the Imposter Punk's journey, there's 10 chapters, and each chapter's offers something different. So we've dropped the first 2. Chapter 3 will be coming at the end of this month, but that's a bit different in terms of, there's not going to be 2,000 characters.
Now, so
introducing blends and a few different things there, but the whole idea of this is that you get your imposter and then
okay. Are you limiting them by month, or how are you doing the chapters? Like, is it just how you finished the release, or is there a timing to it?
There's no real structure to it in that aspect. It's more just what feels right and when. But I've got a lot of the artwork done, so like chapter 4 is already done. Whereas chapter 3, I've got the characters, but I'm just fine tuning a few little bits and pieces that are gonna work on, because there's sort of blends which I've not really revealed what they are yet, but it's going to work in that way. But what you need is an imposter, because it's the Imposter Punk journey. You need an Imposter Punk in your wallet to qualify for the next chapter, if that makes sense.
Yes. So it's almost like a token that you're holding that gives you the passport to the next journey. That's
right. Yeah, it's just a way of sort of rewarding the guys that were there first, and I've got, some people have bought loads of imposters at the start, and I just think like they get the opportunity. If you've got sort of 10 plus in your wallet, you get a rarer NFT in some of the drops, a rarer character potentially that then you can customize and blend and do different things with, and that's the way it works. Sort of moving forward, there's also crypto miners, which are chapter 2, and those guys are just little. I don't know if there's any about on the page there somewhere, but they just sort of dig the little diffs, and they just sort of tap the ground. And the idea is that they will sort of dig up these creator coins, for example, that you see in the top right in my little sort of thumbnails of images. That coin, that's actually a little coin I've introduced as a reward. So basically I can hand them out or whatever, but if you've got a crypto miner from chapter 2, you'll get yourself a free coin. And then that coin, this is where it sort of segues into the creator collection, which I set up for drops like the NFT Rex and that don't fit into the Imposter Punk's journey. But people with creator coins, they're automatically entered into a raffle, and if their mint number of their coin comes up, they'll get a free pack from this drop. If that makes sense. It's just giving a bit back to the guys who sort of invested in in the Imposter Punks project, if that makes sense.
That does make sense. I'm cheating and looking at some of the action figures that are up right now, but we always like to talk about that, and that's what part of the cool part of tokenization of communities and projects is not only, you know, getting the middleman out of the way and communicating directly with your, you know, audience and your community and your consumers, but it's also rewarding your community and people that are helping you, you know, do things as well. And you know, that's what we're going to strive for in our collections for sure. And you know, and I think that's the unique thing, or I'm sorry, the common thing that a lot of great projects have right now is like rewarding their, or you know, people that are participating as they should, right? As they should.
Yeah, I mean, I think these guys, you know, they don't have to support. They do it because they like it. You know, they're taking out their own time to promote something that benefits me predominantly. You know what I mean? And I just think it's nice to be able to sort of just say, well, look, you know, there's a one of one, have that. There's a little thank you, you know.
Yeah,
I think they appreciate it as well. And I think, you know, you're not giving everyone a single edition every time, but you know, over the course of the journey, they're all going to grab something that's quite cool.
Yeah, absolutely.
Make sure you go follow Pete and Imposter Punks out on the Twitter. So I'm going to throw those in the chat there for you guys to go ahead and grab. The NFT Rex, so I guess is kind of a continuation off of this because it obviously has some similarities and some unique features here as well. Do you want to kind of piggyback off of that? Because I just want to, like, we totally started talking NFTs. Like, I don't really even care about the Bitcoin chart right now. It's dumping anyway. It looks ugly, but I've been talking shit to Majin this week, so I probably should go look at it at some point. I'm gonna get myself in trouble on Twitter with Majin is what's gonna happen there. But the NFT Rex avatars drop was today, correct? So this is brand new.
Yep,
That's right,
7 o'clock UTC.
So this was a project I've had it in my head for a few months, but it didn't really fit into the Imposter Punks narrative or journey. So I just thought I need to drop it, and I just sort of worked on the characters and thought, well, I'll just do it under this good excuse to set up the Peter Creative Collection and drop it under there. But it follows the same format as the Imposter Punks, where there's 2,000 unique 101s, there's 6 base characters, where obviously it's just the color that changes on the T-Rex, but then different traits and attributes then determine the rarity. So you've got 0 trait, which is just your naked T-Rex with nothing on it, and then it goes right up to 6.
Actually, I have my Telegram up. I can pull that up in your Telegram there with the different traits. So again, you know, these are kind of like what's in right now, like these generative like attributes, traits, like unique you know, punk style minting, which is just super fun, right? And you can get very creative with it. But you know, can you talk about like more like how you decided this stuff? Like, what, you know, did you just sit down and decide, you know, I'm going to put these on this dinosaur and this looks cool, this doesn't? Or like, how do you even sit down to start something like this?
I think I just sort of come up with the concept first of all. So NFT Rexes, I like the name, so I thought I'm going to make a character that fits with that.
Super cool name, by the way. Super cool name.
Right.
We love the name NFT Rex. Beautiful.
I was just trying to think of something that came
Brilliant.
after a T.
Yeah. Cheers
It was
to
either
that.
T-Rex or TVs, tea bags. I don't know. T-Rex, best of the bunch.
We actually have a tea bag design. We need to actually mint. That's for another show though.
That's it. We'll get 2,000 NFT bags on the go next. Collab. But yeah, that's where it starts. Basically, come up with that, draw the base characters, and the color. You know, just pick a few colors, and then work up the attributes. And it's like with the attributes, it's sort of thinking of. I mean, out of all the NFT projects out there, there's so many attributes that different collections and different projects have used, but it's You know, some of them are the same, like everyone loves to laser eyes, you've got your pipes and your joints and that, but it's just sort of coming up with sort of random things, and like all the stuff that that the T-Rex is holding, it's sort of just getting stuff that would fit into its little hand and sort of look all right. Do you know what I mean? So it's like,
That's like interchangeable too, I would imagine, because you don't want them to look bad if they, blend in certain ways, right? And you don't, it's completely random, right?
it's completely random, but you can have exclusions.
Okay.
So say like a VR headset, for example, just doesn't work with any of the hats. So when you sort of code in the generative sort of the programming, you basically sort of say, if the VR headset comes up, don't use a hat. If that makes sense. So there's a few that clash, but typically you try and make it so that they don't. So like the tennis racket, you make a bit smaller so it doesn't overlap his chin, stuff like that.
Now is the naked again like the rarest combination? Now I didn't look at like what the rarest combinations are.
So if you hover over one of them, does it pop up with the? So that'll tell you the number of attributes. There's 3.
Yes.
And then it tells you the color, and then you've got the 3 attributes being hat, eyes, and t-shirt on this one.
Okay.
So the number of attributes is just there.
Okay, so like this one has 2. Now, does that mean it's more rare because it has less attributes?
Yeah, so it's more rare than a 3. If you flip back to that Telegram graphic with all the lists, everything's in there. Like it'll tell you how many, like exactly.
Go jump in his Telegram too, by the way. It's on the Twitter page, so just link it up there if you want to go jump in his Telegram and check this out, because he put this all nice and neat in a brand new Telegram just for this drop. So
it's all yes, that's all the information there basically. So if you get like a rainbow T-Rex, there's only 14 in them out of the whole 2000.
Oh, okay.
So that's the rarest color.
And 2000 was the total, right? 2000 drops.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So all of these numbers are out of 2000. So whatever number you see, like 69 blue, and then the green are obviously the most common. But if you got a green that was naked, that becomes one of 6.
Right. Okay. So there's
remember,
only 6 total with
1
0.
They're all 1 of 1, but there's only 6 that have got 0 attributes. So it can get quite confusing, but I think that's the joy as well. Like people like to sort of figure out, how rare is it?
It's fun. It's fun. It's a unique, kind of element to this. It's just fun, and it makes it, fun to collect, right? Like it's just
it allows you to collect it from different angles too.
Definitely.
If you're not going for rarity, and you're wanting just a certain attribute, like he was talking about earlier, wanting the pirate. So, certain people are going to, seek out certain ones that, like you were saying, Pete, appeal to them. And for some reason you get drawn into a certain avatar.
Definitely. I think that's the joy of them. Like, it happened with the imposter punks as well, people
right.
Sort of, even though the aliens, sort of blue ones, they're the rarest in terms of, it's the least number of aliens around, people sort of start buying them based on just how they look visually. So if you get a pink one with a pink backpack and a purple cap and some, shades or whatever, people are like, yeah, that just looks shit on. So I want that. I don't care if it's a 4-trait pink, which isn't the rarest.
Right.
It's the one that they want that represents them. Do you see what I mean?
Yep.
And I think with these, it's like if you're into film, you might want 3D glasses and a popcorn.
Right.
If you're partial to a smoke, there's plenty of options there with the bongs and the joints.
The rainbow with the tie-dye looks pretty badass, I'm just gonna say. So like, let's talk about the art part of this. Do you have to make a template for each one of these? Like, how I'm trying to, my brain is like wrapped up in a pretzel even thinking about like how you mint these. Like, how does that even work, like for layman's terms, like someone like me?
The way it works is all in Illustrator. So I sort of start drawing these up on the iPad and I'll take them onto my Mac. But basically it's like you draw your base character and then you can almost just fill the color. So once you've got the T-Rex, you can just change the colors. And you
Okay.
just drop everything onto its own layer. So basically, it's just a case of layering everything up. It's the sort of technical approach, really.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's working out that, you know, hats are at the top, then there's eyes, then the mouthpieces, the moustaches, the pipes, and whatever else. And then the t-shirts, the backgrounds, and the things they're holding. It's literally just drawing all the different elements individually on its own layer and just positioning them. And then you save out all the layers and then just run them through a script. And then that's what sort of generates all the random combinations. So I don't actually sit and make 2,000 of these in paper.
Yeah. No, we knew it wasn't like that.
Yeah.
At least I knew it wasn't like that. But the layering part makes a lot of sense. So, you know, for your artists out there that were kind of wondering, that's how it works, right? So you're layering a bunch of images, and then you're kind of letting is it like a random number generator that does the actual minting? Like, how does that part work?
You'd have to ask NFT blocks, if
Yeah,
I'm being totally honest.
So it's just totally like like the way they've set it up, and you don't even have to do any stuff like. So we're gonna actually have Juan on next week. That's a good kind of plug for him too, because NFT blocks is obviously amazing. So
Yeah.
Not next week. That's this Saturday.
Yeah, that's what I meant. This Saturday coming up.
Yeah, I mean, NFT blocks are unbelievable. They've sort of changed the game, in my opinion. Like, so much of this I wouldn't be able to do without them, you know, because you need your own developer or your own coding skills to be able to create a script that would do this. You know, people can do similar things in Photoshop, but the way NFT blocks do it, like it's spot on. Like, and then they set up the packs are all pre-minted, everything's random distribution. So the way they've got their setup is, you know, 2,000 of these just get dropped into a big pool. And then every time someone buys a pack, it'll just pull a bit like a bingo or a lottery or something. Do you know what I mean? They'll just pull.
So they're pre-minted into the pool, and every time somebody hits the button, you're gonna get a pack, and then it's gonna pick one of those out of the pool for you when you open the pack. We could open one right now, actually, because I bought one.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it. No, let's see here.
Get a pirate, I'll trade you.
He came in. Here comes the peanut gallery.
Yep, feel free to jump in at any point, guys. If you have any questions for Pete or anything.
I've been just watching and learning here too. So if you guys have any questions in the stream, like, now is a great time. Just fire away.
Well, our wallets look identical. I literally have a Yoshi, a Senor Lupe miner with a Senor Lupe horse with 3 T-Rexes on my top line of my Atomic Cub as well. So
I don't know where I was at when the chummies came out, but this belonged in the vault. So, I had to basically work out a deal with Doc for indecent proposals, and we'll leave that off the record.
Yeah. Vacation favors.
Wax Punk and I,
that's so much fun.
Yeah, Wax Punk and I sat and sweated the horses, literally, because they were in 1 minute blocks. They sold the 100 in 1 minute block.
Yep.
So we literally just sat on the rotating, because we tried to buy them, because initially we were going to do a comic book and have the characters ride the horses, and the horses had their own little conversations talking shit about the characters that were riding the horses. You know what I mean? So, yeah, like we've been around the world. Wax Punk and I have been talking for about 100 days, and then launching last week. So
very nice.
Oh, nice. I got the party hat and the glasses.
Nice. And a wax t-shirt.
Jealous. Yeah, I'm jealous of the wax t-shirt.
And skull and crossbones background.
Y'all are jealous.
I like the party hat. That's great. That's great.
I think what some people do as well is they look at, you see, like your pack's got a mint number.
Yeah, I made sure to burn the highest mint, because that's just what you do, right? Like
that's it. That's what
it's like programmed into your brain, right? I don't know if you noticed, I did that.
Some people, I find, like they get like all of the NFTs are 101. And when I dropped the imposter punch, like, people are like, oh yeah, I've got number one, mint number one. And it's like, there's 2,000 of
They're
them.
all, yeah, they're all number one, bro.
But with the packs, they are mint numbers 1 to 2,000. So I think Ken Bozak's actually got pack number 1. So that'll never get opened because he said he's never gonna open that one. But so some people collect the packs and never open it, just keep it there because they like having a low mint pack.
Yeah,
Well,
there's
that's
a whole separate market for just packs.
Yeah.
A whole second market for just packs.
Yeah, people love packs. Don't know why.
I was gonna pull up
Each
the.
their own.
Well, I mean, you got to think of it too from a collector's standpoint. I know, I grew up as a young kid in the 90s, 80s, late 80s and 90s, and collecting basketball cards and football cards and baseball cards and stuff. And like, I'd always save back one unopened pack just to have,
I couldn't do it. Like, I'd just be thinking, well, but what if the rarest card is in that pack and you never know? Like, do you know what I mean?
Dude, I knew collectors that would like literally save sealed boxes and not open the sealed boxes.
I suppose over time it will have value, I suppose, won't it?
Yeah. I mean, but like you said, it's a whole different way to collect. That's the beauty of collecting.
It is, yeah, definitely. I mean, there's so many different ways you can look at it, isn't it? That's sort of partly the reason I'm dropping these type of projects is because Wax hasn't got many of them. Like, I think
Right.
the Imposter Punks, I believe, was the first of its kind, followed by the Bro Punks. I don't know if you've seen them.
Yeah, that was cool too. I think I grabbed one of those.
Because that was, I've grabbed a few of those there. They were sort of
Wax
I
is
have
so
chat with
hard.
Joe about
It's
it.
so hard to hang on to. I see stuff I like, and I'm just like, boom, I gotta have that. Boom, I
Gotta
got
get
it.
it,
And
yeah.
I'm broke. So it could be good or bad. I'm not sure if that's good for the tokenomics of Wax or blockchain or not, but it's definitely
Wax
tough to
is
hang
one
on
of the
to.
hardest tokens to hold on to for sure.
No doubt.
If I don't stake it, it doesn't stay in my wallet.
No, ever.
It's definitely liquid. We'll put it that way. Like liquid right out of my effing wallet.
Yeah.
I play the transfer game. You send it to an exchange, send it back to your wallet, send it to an exchange, send it back to your wallet, just leaves them one wax at a time.
Well, I'm actually super happy with this pack. I want to look at some more now. Like I'm definitely intrigued by this too. And we'll get a link up. We'll put a pack in our Telegram. We'll put a pack on Twitter, and so look out for those as well. That'll be fun, kind of more interactive, and I wanna get some more of these packs opened too. And you can just kind of watch. I like how you did the GIF too with all the different.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess that's just a few
Teaser.
probably that you loaded up in a GIF, but it's super cool looking.
Yeah, definitely a bang up job on the whole approach. I mean, it's very easily marketable.
Yeah,
Agreed.
it's a beautiful
Yeah.
drop.
Yeah.
It's beautiful artwork. It's just everything's well done. So congratulations to you, sir. I'm gonna pat yourself
Thank you
on the
very
back.
much.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, hopefully they'll catch on. I think it's one of those, like when the Imposter Punks dropped, it was a bit of a slow drip. Took about 2 weeks to sell out, but that was sort of what I expected because I don't like Wax is more, in my opinion, more, people are more into the games, the utility, sorry, of sort of different NFTs, and not everyone grasps this sort of type of project, like the approach and the whole point of it. And I think over time, when hopefully more of these type of generative art projects will land on Wax, and then people sort of become more familiar with them and sort of just understand the value a bit more. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think if over time, CryptoPunks were given away for free in 2017, in 2020, they're worth 30 grand for the cheapest one.
Well, we just had a show last week with Travis the Mayor from Curio Cards. When Curio Cards, they were between 25 and 50 cents when they dropped.
Oh, yeah, it's what, 50 grand a go or something, isn't it?
Right. The floor is, I think the floor is down around 0.3 ETH for some of the ones that were, higher mint. But yeah, but still, I mean, even at that, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? But I think wax is it's just constantly growing, isn't it? And I think,
Absolutely.
I mean, the day that Coinbase or something like that sort of starts
Yep.
selling wax, you can
Yep.
sort of buy wax there, then it's
I
just gonna
agree.
go boom.
I agree. And it's only a matter of time. You look at the quality of some of the projects that are starting to enter wax too. I mean, that Funko Ninja Turtles drop was a great drop.
Crazy,
I mean,
isn't it?
Yeah,
oh my
that was a
gosh.
lot of fun too. I got one of those legendaries too, so I'll get that physical. And I'm like a kid, like I'm really
I
looking
know,
forward to getting that. Like
right?
I'm gonna put it on my desk, like it's gonna be right here, right? It's just like the whole physical link to NFTs is gonna be a lot of fun. We're gonna have a blast the next couple of years, just working with all kinds of artists and projects. And if you guys notice too, before we continue on there, I did load a pack up. So if you get your wax wallets ready, I'm about to drop one in chat. So we're gonna see who's got the fast internet here. But I think it's only fair. I appreciate all of you guys joining out there in internet land, wherever you're watching. Thank you guys. None of this stuff happens without you guys. We really appreciate it. Please hit those buttons, the likes, the follows, the subscribes. We're going to try to get you, the best content, the best creators, the show. We appreciate Pete, and everyone else that's joined us tonight. But again, this is what it's all about, right? Sharing things,
Yep.
real people, real projects, having fun, right? This is crypto. Right. This is like what I enjoy. This is what I enjoy doing. And this is what we enjoy sharing with people. So hit
It's
that
great to
link
talk
quick.
with
First
other
come, first serve.
pioneers.
Sorry, man. I ran over you
Oh,
there.
you're
We
good.
continue,
You're
Doc.
good. I was just saying it's great to talk to other pioneers in the space. Pete was, like you said, he was the first one to do the generative art on wax. The more we see people trying other blockchains and using it, the better off we are.
I tell you what, and we'll continue on that just in a minute, but there's a lot of people watching these streams right now that are trying to like do this stuff on Ethereum, and it's definitely not that easy. Like Nifty Blocks does all that stuff for you. So
Yeah.
learn from this man, Pete, the creator right here. Like he knows, like he's using his tools, and this just makes it so much nicer, right? And so much like easier to be a creator, to have fun with the art, right? And then kind of worry about the systems part of the minting, like let other people deal with that stuff, right?
I think that's the key thing, and stick to what you do best and
Yeah.
work with people who do what they do best, and you get the best results. NFT are just unreal what those guys are. I think they're just gonna take over the wax space before long. They got it going.
I think they're well on their way. Absolutely.
Yeah. And really nice guys with it. And I think that makes a huge difference.
Yeah, we're looking forward to having one on Saturday for sure.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
All right. Well, we'll save this one and we'll do a Twitter promo with this one, and then maybe we'll get another pack and load it in and do a Telegram on that.
Yeah,
well.
I have another pack for a Telegram
Okay.
promo as well.
That was super fun. I'm super happy to do this on stream, and I like this dude with the wax t-shirt. I love the wax t-shirt.
That's awesome.
I mean, these guys just look so goofy. It's fun, yeah, there's no such thing as a bad one, right? So,
I can't look at it and not smile.
I know. See, that's what good art is, man. It just inspires mood. Like some art, is not fun and giggly and and exciting. Some of it is scary looking and inspires fear, or a lot of other emotions too. But I think that's the point. Like it inspires emotions, right? And these are just a lot of fun. So make sure you go check this stuff out. Again, Pete the creator. Thanks for joining us. Imposter Punks Mastermind. This is kind of the Wax Punks saga, and definitely go check out Imposter Punks too, because that's just a cool project. And congratulations to you, man. wish you a lot of, success in the future. Obviously, we'll be following you, and definitely looking forward to having you on in the future and following your successes and sharing in them. I hope. Definitely part of the club, and we'll get get these packs loaded up too, because we like giving stuff away. So
Yeah, well, I got plenty more, so I'll ping them over in a bit. And
man, these are addictive.
them out.
I'm warning you right now. If you go buy these, like, don't blame me when like your
Right.
wax balance disappears because you're looking for that one. You want that rainbow, right? Everybody wants that rainbow T-Rex now, but it is what it is.
It actually happens
There's
as well
only-
when you get
there's
if,
only a
if you're
few
late
of
to
them.
the party. Like with these imposters, there was like one alien left, or everyone is just going for it. It's like 500 packs, but they're just looking for one alien. It's like,
We'll do a drawing like this. Actually, I got a wheel up for a rabbit hole pack, so we'll do one like this for a
NFT Rex.
yeah, an NFT Rex next week. Blanking out here. So this is just a Telegram drawing. I wanted to get our wheel spin out of the way real quick, and then we'll go look at the chart and wrap it up for the evening. Again, these are Rabbit Hole packs, our partner, Rabbit Hole NFTs. If you haven't checked them out, please do so. They're on our partner page on our website, STAXX.CLUB. And man, if you haven't checked out STAXX.CLUB, please do so, because that's a great place to go check out all of the partners and amazing people we're working with and adding to every day. So just got a used car dealership signed up, with our club on Bitcoin. Super excited about that. This last couple of weeks. That's what we're doing, right? We're out there on the streets, right? Doing the crypto things and talking to people and linking things
Not
up.
just playing on Twitter.
Yeah, I mean, come on now, right? Like in the end we can't spread adoption if people can't use this stuff and they're, still not sure about certain things, right? There's a lot of stigma still about cryptocurrency that really shouldn't be. But that's for another subject. So let's get this wheel spun here real quick. And this is the wax wallet again, just out of the Telegram that I put in late, so that's why there's not too many spins in there. But I like wheel spins with less people on it anyway. It gives people a chance. Make sure that you're in our Telegram as well, because we're gonna put one of these NFT Rex punks up in for the next stream. It's like the slowest wheel ever. Congratulations. I'll grab the name off the list, and we'll just we'll get that pack out to you guys right away. And again, we'll do one just like this for an NFT Rex pack. So make sure you're jumping in our Telegram and or Pete the Creators, because I'm sure he'll have some fun stuff going on in there as well. I'll link up that wallet and give a shout out to the owner of that in just a few. Rounding off the things that we need to cover here, gentlemen. There it is. There's your Bitcoin. So here's kind of just a weekly look at it. Right now, the daily time frames are topping off in kind of looking at rounding off. So that's kind of what is dumping right now. But it's I don't know, Doc, you might have some comments in here. I think you thought we were going to go down and test this 40K line, this support resistance line. I could see that logically could happen here, and kind of looks
I
like
can see a push to
follow.
50K first just to wreck shorts. I mean, to be honest, but I think we're in limbo. I mean, you look there, we're still right at the median on the Stoke. Yeah, money flow indicators not really showing me anything real
This is
strong.
the weekly. Yeah, this is the weekly, which I still think, is going to go up and test 50K. I think we actually might go up in here, around Christmas time, December, end of the year or whatever. We'll see. But we'll obviously keep watching this. It very likely could go down and retest the support resistance line that should be flipped now. But as always, we'll watch Bitcoin. And why is that so important? Well, it affects all the markets, right? So you can see just kind of some coins that we're tracking on this view over here. Now, if you guys want to look at anything, Pete, you're included in that as well. If you want to look at some tokens, if you want me to pull up symbols or look at any of that stuff, we like to do that sort of thing as well. But right now, it's definitely, kind of Bitcoin running the show. The rest of the markets were red the last day and a half or so. It also looks like the Dow was down, about a point today. So those are interconnected in a lot of ways too. Just everything's kind of red today. So that's not real exciting, but it's just
pull up
kind
that
of
wax USD chart. It's been nice seeing it holding above 15 cents lately.
So this is a Wax USD weekly, and Wax is it's an interesting token, right? So it's kind of its own animal. The tokenomics are unique, and there's no
Out on an island.
yeah, there's no direct burning mechanisms, but there is some staking built in, and now I'm actually starting to see some DeFi stuff pop up, which could be very interesting for Wax for long term. But again, this is a newer token. They started off with like a sale on ERC20 to fund this project and kind of made their own spin-off of blockchain. If you're not familiar with Wax, this is EOS protocol, so it's very unique. It's its own very community orientated blockchain, very I don't want to say like NFT friendly, but that's what it is, right? Like that's kind of what they pride themselves on, being NFT friendly, and it's definitely easy to share. It's cheap. It's there's a lot of good things. The wallets are really easy to use. It's good for beginners. So I mean, we're gonna go on and on and on about saying the good list, right? Positive list. Things on the positive side of Wax.
I'm going to be honest, that weekly chart looks really good to me.
That looks just like that looks just like the Bitcoin chart. Everything's been kind of on this, flux upward. Now we're going to do this sort of retest. But again, we talked about this. This is the key line here on Wax, at least from my technicals and what we've been looking at on that chart is that kind of like 20-25 cent line. And then, we bust through the 30-cent lanes kind of off the races on Wax because there's just not a lot of there's not a lot of resistance up here. If I were to pull up the rest of the chart, I think this coin started off in the dollars or $2. So from a historical reference, it's still very low, right at
77 is the all-time high where it started.
There you go.
ICO drop price.
The question is whether or not, like at 17 cents right now, is Wax a good buy? Well, I don't know. A lot of that's going to depend on what Bitcoin does short term.
I don't think it's a bad place to start laddering in, especially if you look at that squeeze momentum chart. It looks like it's pinching back off in the upward momentum. I still think we could pull back down and retest 12 cents, but I wouldn't have a problem starting to build a position on it right now, honestly. Looking at that weekly chart.
I always recommend staking Wax so you don't spend it. It does have that 3-day cool off if you stake it, so it's almost like crackhead prevention.
Right.
That's kind of what I call it. So if you make a sale of Wax, like if you sell an NFT, especially one that you might have got it a premium for, stake a little away, right? That's like the only way to hold on to it. Now I've done my disclaimer about Wax.
Yeah, right.
It's just so much fun to spend. I mean, that's like a good advertising slogan for Wax. Our token is fun to spend because it is. Man, there's a lot of fun stuff.
Super addicting.
Very addicting. Very easy. They make it very easy to spend. That's for sure.
You can drown yourself in the market. That's for sure.
Well, and go ahead.
With that, Biff, do you mind if we talk about the auctions real quick for the week?
That's what I was
Absolutely
just
not.
say.
Yeah, let's go look at pull up Agora too. So
sweet.
That's a perfect segue into talking about auctions and what you guys are doing.
All these banners, we didn't want to take away Pete.
This is cool too. I like this.
Thank you. So that is our upcoming drop at the end of the month. At the end of the month, which is Jared's background, coins over here. That's the Clowns, which is a project by an artist called Oliver Hassel. If you go to agoraltd.io, you can see some of the details there, Biff.
forget. Yeah, pretty sure I got all you guys saved in my browser. So
Yeah, so if you go to the Presents tab, this is our first artist that we've partnered with to create a new collection.
God, this is a gorgeous looking. I mean, it's bright on my screen, but it's gorgeous looking. Are you? Who's doing the website? This looks nice and clean. I like it.
This is us. This is me. This is Wix,
Good,
believe it or not.
because I'm gonna need you in the future. But continue.
Yeah, sure. So that first section you just passed up, that's the promotional posters. If you hover over
Oh, okay.
those 6 there, we just dropped the first one yesterday and it's already sold out. There's
Okay.
200 mints of each. What we did for the posters, we didn't want them to just be, boring old promos that immediately are worthless. So we limited them to 200 each, and they're black and white versions of 6 of our favorite clowns from the Series 1 drop, which is the only way to get them in black and white. That's not part of the actual set. So if you click on that, that'll take you out to the drop pages for each clown. This one's already sold out.
I like that. I like how you
Yeah.
are linking that up too. So artists out there, kind of what this is, or what you're looking at, and what these gentlemen are doing with Agora is going to help you out as well. So when you need to come set up a nice auction, and set up the marketing, and I mean, this is a beautiful interface. Well played, by the way.
Thank you.
This is kind of the this is kind of the extra step for the user to make it easy for them, right? The barrier of entry is very simple for them, right? Or very streamlined to check an auction or to go out there and purchase something or look at a drop, right?
Yeah,
And
there's a huge disconnect between the artist and the consumer. We're bridging that gap. The void that is that disconnect. We're trying to step in. John and myself, or Wax Punk and myself, have been involved in I've built 17 projects, all pro bono via my bird on Twitter. It was fun. I built companies in real life, and I quit corporate America in January. And John
Man,
and I,
congratulations, by the way, on
yeah,
that. Like,
yeah, thank you,
oh, I'm
bro.
so
Thank you.
jealous. Are you on
Yeah,
Twitter
yeah,
too?
yeah.
Collecting coins. Are you on Twitter too?
Yeah, collecting coins.
Just
Yeah.
collecting coins.
Yeah. But yeah,
He's
we're
popping
bridging
up
that
there for
gap. So we brought a bunch of people in the fold that we've worked with in the past. We've been with some hitters. I cut my teeth on Ethereum, and came through, and it really stood out to me that there was a need, and we could definitely facilitate that need. John and I met on Graffiti King's Discord. He was trying to get a number 13 from me. He still doesn't have it, by the way.
No.
And yeah, man. And we sat on the phone. Literally, we sat on the phone for 8 or 9 hours. He was like, "You want to hop on voice?" I had never done it. It's fucking weird. It's the internet. So I'm like, sure, why not, bro?
Yeah, man, let's get on there right now. That's what we said.
I can't hear you that well. Grandpa over here is like, I don't know. Can you hear me? So I give him my cell phone number. Complete strange man, lives on the West Coast. I'm on the East Coast. So like, let's do it, bro. Why not? And January 13th, I bought Cardano, ran it up to quite a healthy amount. Bought it at 15, sold it at 88, and then ran it up to $1.08. And anyway, I'll ramble forever, but there's a big gap between artists. This is an artist that I worked with on 2 Ethereum projects that I told him, I'm like, when we go to Wax, like, you're coming. So we're featuring them, and John, myself, and Oliver, like right there, that signature version, you see how the clown's signing it in blood?
Oh yeah, that's cool.
This is all hand painted stuff. This is not like computer generated stuff.
Right.
And we love that stuff. Look at my profile picture. My first Ethereum piece was an NFT Bitbird, and it's become my brand. I mean, I'll never give it up. So Pete, I love your stuff, by the way. I didn't know that those two were together. John kind of brought me in saying, hey, we're going to go in with NFT Rex. And I was like, cool. But yeah,
See, that's what I love about this show already, right?
Yeah.
We've only been doing this a few months, and like, look at what we're already doing, like networking people like all over the world right now,
it's
right? I
real
mean,
dope.
so
It's real dope. So yeah. I'll let John take back over. I mean, we can go all night long.
Let me interject real quick. Do you guys have any plans to do any like straight brokeraging yourself to where like say an artist doesn't even want to hassle with the blockchain, but they want maybe
Yeah, I mean that's essentially what we did for this project. He just provided the art. He was already minting on Ethereum, but we're taking care of the entire
Gotcha.
minting process.
Yep.
We're designing the packaging for the drop for him. That we're working with a different 3D artist to create 3D renders of 2D mockups that he's done.
Yep.
So it's a full-fledged process, you know, press, promotion, all that. So
Beautiful.
the idea with the platform that we're building is that we just want to make it easy for the best artists and the best talent to get their work out there. Wax hasn't really been known for that. You know, as you guys have talked about, it's more about the utility. It's more about games, you know,
But not even just that. Even the good ones that are out there on Wax, it's hard to sift through
they're
and
just
find
getting
them.
flooded,
Right.
yeah, because
It's
there's a
so
lot of
saturated.
it. And
It's so saturated.
Yes. So that, you know, this having a marketplace that shines that light on Wax and on specific creators, that's really, you know, what initially brought this project about. But, you know, to speak to the name and to the brand Agora, it's really, you know, in ancient Greece, the city states had the Agora, which was the central meeting place where, you know, you would buy and trade goods, you would hang out with your buddies, you would get engaged in politics. You know, this is where Aristotle and Plato would be exchanging ideas in an open forum. So the great minds of the time met there.
Creme de la creme, yeah.
Yeah. You know, but everybody came through. Everybody from, you know, nobility to slaves would pass through the Agora. So everybody would come through this marketplace. And I think that's really what is going to be important for not just Wax, but for the NFT space in general is, you know, we talk a lot about community. You know, the Agora is the ultimate community meets marketplace forum where you don't have to choose. You can hang out and just have fun. You can buy premium art, and you can engage with other creators and other creatives, which is how we've started the core of our community by bringing together creators, artists, developers into one, you know, server on Discord is the main place we're hanging out these days, and building around them and how to support them better. And now, you know, just in the last couple of days, we've opened up our Discord publicly. So, you know, for everybody else, it's just going to be a great place for them to get a chance to see and talk to their favorite artists while also learning about NFTs and the space themselves.
Yeah, Biff, check that auctions tab. We've actually got a pack drop this Saturday of around 1,000 packs for a banger. He's Mr. Clever Art. He's already got a bunch of pieces out. We're actually running a four-day. What we do is a Tuesday to Wednesday, Wednesday to Thursday, Thursday to Friday, 24-hour blocks of auctions. And then we have a headliner, which is Friday to Sunday, 48-hour auction. Announced 7 to 7, so 7 p.m. to 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Tuesday through Friday, Friday to Sunday, 7 Friday to 7 Sunday. So we gave him the whole week leading into his pack drop. He's already making stuff for us to do it again. So there's kind of the brief overview of that drop. You know,
As far as the auctions go, what's the starting price for the auctions?
So it depends. Our bread and butter is 99 wax. We usually get a bidding war because, you know, on Atomic Hub, your wax is locked up. So we were kind of back and forth with it. You know, we would rather have short auctions, but we need time for it to be marketable. And then so that's kind of where we came with the headliner event. And the auctions leading up to it in the 24-hour blocks. But in that last hour, we get bidding wars, and the bird, which I'm on our Twitter, on Agora's Twitter, running the bidding war, and it's just fun. So now bro, we could be here for hours. We're gonna do live Discord auctions.
Right.
So where we're bringing them in within the last hour. I'm gonna get on voice, create a whole channel for it, and you're gonna bid with check marks. I'm gonna do a 5-second cooldown on the read-only chat where you can bing, 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 bing. And yeah, to speak to a point earlier, I wanted to preface that statement with, that full service. John explained what Agora is. We're a bunch of clowns. Like we were hustling DraftKings, Wayne Gretzky, NFTs. They released the Tom Brady's last week. We were hustling the Wayne Gretzky's today.
I actually heard a lot of people talking about Tom Brady.
I got one. I got one.
You know what? If that brings people into crypto, then great.
Yeah.
I don't give a damn, right?
Right.
If you enjoy collecting it and it brings you here, great. Let's go. That's the way I'm looking at it.
Exactly. I'd never sold. So, I started on Ethereum. I have Nifty Gateway. I've got Vivi. I bought a Comey. I got Sportamon Go. I'm a trader from way back. Like I got all the coins, man. I got like 19 exchanges. I got wallets everywhere.
It sounds like we need to do just a whole
bro, we could go
collecting coins.
Right.
I'll be quiet now, guys. My bad.
No. We love that, man. I appreciate you guys sharing. We definitely know that. Obviously, man, this was a great show, right? So we had Pete, the creator, talking about his drop tonight, which was super awesome, super fun. And thank you again. That's probably a good segue, actually. We'll wrap it up. The poor guy is probably ready to go to sleep. It's
he's probably dying.
night over there. Let me start the share here. Yeah, just look at you guys again. He's got his glasses on. He's like snoring or like, I'm here, guys. I'm here. But
let's
no,
run through his
seriously.
Let's run through his social links real quick while we're closing out.
Yeah, absolutely, we can do that as well. We know that it's not just about the art. It's not just about the artists. It's not just about the networking. It's not just about the gaming. It's not about the tech. It's not just about the auctioneers now, right? It's about putting all of it together, right? The developers, the designers, the artists, and we need the people out there just participating, clicking on stuff, trying things out, pushing buttons, you guys experimenting, building things that have never been done before. It's happening everywhere, right? It's a lot of fun, and you can get wrapped up into it. It's addictive like anything else. So again, that's what we ended up talking about on all of these shows is like support people that are making real things out there, right? Like it's really that simple, right? Go out, seek people out, right? Don't be scared, don't be shy. If it's not our community, find another community, right? Whatever it is that you feel comfortable with, or whoever it is, go out and seek them out, right? Because they're not gonna they're not gonna just it's not gonna just appear out of nowhere, right? You gotta figure out kind of like what you enjoy. And when it comes to, this industry and kind of like what I see from a 50,000 foot level, man, there's really there's everything, right? There's opportunities for almost everyone and every skill and every skill level I can think of, right? But you gotta get off zero, right? You gotta kind of take that initiative, take that leap. Even if it's just playing a blockchain game these days, right? That's really all it takes to kind of get you started. Maybe you can piggyback off that a bit, guys, and I'll grab Pete's socials and we'll throw them in there and wrap it up for the evening.
Thanks again tonight for joining us wherever you are in the metaverse in the world. We appreciate you guys following along. Appreciate you, Pete, sharing your collections with us tonight. Get out there and get yourselves an NFT Rex from the drop. We'll share the links in our socials.
Yep. His
STAXX.CLUB, pleasure to have you collecting coins.
Make sure to hit those buttons, hit those likes and follows, and definitely on this as well. And thank you guys from the bottom of my heart, right? All of you guys out there, we really appreciate just the participation, the community. This is a really a lot of fun for us now too. Like it's pretty much coming out on these streams. Like, this is really fun for me to do. And it's a heck of a lot more fun for me to do with you guys and, you know, our friends and community, right? Because I mean, that's really like when we keep talking about it too, like what is it, what are we doing here, right? We're sharing cool shit with our friends, right? There's no middlemen. Nobody's fucking telling us what we can and can't do,
Right.
right? We're not asking for permission, right? We're here building stuff. I love that. I love it. I love you guys. You know, thank you very much for joining me. Doc, Pete, Wax Punk, collecting coins. You know, this is just the beginning of, you know, some beautiful things I think we have in the future. Again, thank you very much for joining. If you're out there, you know, on YouTube, on Twitch, again, thank you very much for joining out there. Hit those buttons, guys. Hit those buttons. It's real easy. It doesn't seem like much. I know that everybody says that, you know, hit like, subscribe, follow, and all that stuff, but that's how we get our brands out there. That's how we make a difference. That's how we get this message out there. That's how we get more people joining the streams. That's how we, you know, build these communities collectively. Any closing words from all of you guys? You know, again, I know I just talked a lot there, but again, I appreciate you guys for joining. Doc, you know, Wax Punk, collecting coins. Pete, would you like to say anything before we close?
Just a thank you, basically. Thank you to everyone, you guys for having me on, everyone who's collected, followed the journey so far.
Absolutely.
Man,
Yeah,
this is
just the beginning.
This is our pleasure. You know, thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing your insight, you know, and your knowledge, and you know, I mean, NFT blocks. We're looking forward to talking about that too.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that'd be a good one. That they got a lot of cool things going on, haven't they? So definitely want to watch.
Absolutely.
Artists out there, you know, definitely that's going to be our next stream Saturday. So you're going to want to tune into that one. Juan from NFT Blocks, gentlemen from Agora, thank you very much. I salute you. You know, Goldman Sachs official, you know, auctioneers, right? So I mean, that's it. That's all there is to it. You guys are the bread and butter for that. So that's real easy, and a partnership we're looking forward to promoting. And gentlemen, it's been a pleasure. And all you guys out there on the internet, thank you very much for joining us wherever you are in the world. I hope you have a great evening or a great day wherever you are. Keep staxing the planet, and we're going to close out some music. I hope you guys have a wonderful journey, and you know, let us know if you have any questions, right? Blow us up in the comments, hit us up. That's what we're here for, guys. Don't be shy. Take care of yourselves. We love you.
Thank you guys for having us.
We'll see you next time. All right, guys. Take care. Peace
Later,
out.
y'all.
Cheers.
See you later.